everyone, my name is Megan Da Silva and I'm part of the product team at Versante. At Versante, we think of our platform as a digital front door for public health, supporting every stage of the journey from outreach and screening to care management and linkage. The goal is to make it easier for individuals to access information and services while also giving care teams the tools they need to respond effectively. Before jumping into the demo, I want to quickly frame how Versante approaches digital health and care navigation. At Versante, we think about the solution as one platform with 3 breakthroughs that work together to improve outreach, screening, and care linkage. The first is our Amplifying Impact for Artificial Intelligence, or AI for AI program, which focuses on capacity building. Through this program, we work with organizations to train teams on ethical AI usage, co-create workflows, and help them adopt AI responsibly within their public health programs. The second breakthrough is OSMe Buddy, our AI companion designed for individuals. OSMe Buddy helps users explore health information, complete screenings, and navigate care in a stigma-free and anonymous environment. And the third component is VersanteConnect, which is the operational platform used by institutions. This is where case managers, DIS specialists, and administrators can monitor engagement, triage needs, and support care navigation. So together, these 3 components create a continuous pathway from outreach and screening to case management and care linkage. For today's demo, I'll briefly show OSMe Buddy from the end user perspective, and then we'll switch over to VersanteConnect to see how care teams support that journey behind the scenes. In addition, for today's demo, the use cases focus on HIV prevention and PrEP access, but both platforms are disease agnostic, meaning they can be customized for other public health needs as well. This is OSMe Buddy. One important concept in OSMe Buddy is that users have 2 interaction modes, anonymous mode and companion mode. Most users begin with Anonymous Buddy, where they can explore health information, ask questions, and delete their chat and data whenever they want. As users build trust with the program, many choose to transition into Companion mode. Companion Buddy includes all of the same features, but users can also voluntarily share limited information so that the system can personalize guidance and help them continue their care journey over time. One thing to note here is that privacy is extremely important to our model. Even when users enter Companion mode, any information shared is voluntary, and the majority of the engagement data remains de-identified. In fact, more than 60 to 70% of the engagement data on the platform remains anonymous unless the user chooses to reveal additional details as part of their care journey. Let's go ahead and jump in. What makes OSMe Buddy unique is that it doesn't just provide static information. The platform learns from behavioral signals and contextual factors to personalize the experience. For example, it may ask about mood, identity, cultural context, or community factors in a friendly and engaging way, which helps tailor recommendations and guidance. This allows the system to support what we call syndemic intelligence, meaning it understands that health outcomes are often influenced by multiple interconnected factors, like mental health, stigma, housing access, or social barriers. So, for example, if a user is exploring PrEP access, OSMe Buddy might ask about how they heard about PrEP, what their concerns are, or what barriers they might be facing. Based on that conversation, the system provides personalized nudges and resources to help guide them towards the next step. And users can also explore resources directly within the tool. For example, they can ask questions about insurance coverage, eligibility, or local support programs. And the responses they receive are not generic chatbot responses. They're tuned specifically for the audience and to the community organization deploying the tool. So if I type something like, do you have any Spanish-speaking HIV centers? OSMe Buddy can respond with information tailored to the specific program and its community. Just like this. The system can also guide users towards care resources nearby. These resources are organized into varying categories that cover different types of health, legal resources, housing, and even food assistance. This allows individuals to move from information to action, connecting them to the next logical step in their care journey. One feature that users may find particularly helpful is the Health Chance score. This is where users can complete short screenings that provide insights about potential health risks based on behavioral and contextual signals. These screenings help users better understand their current health situation and what actions they might consider next. And this is also one of the reasons many users choose to switch to companion mode. Companion mode allows users to save their progress and return later while still protecting their privacy. As you can see here, I'm not being asked for any personal or protected health information. Instead, the system simply asks me to create a nickname or identifier so that I can continue my journey later. This QR code is my OSMe Buddy passkey that will allow me to return to where I left off whenever I want. Now that I'm a companion mode user, I can see all the screenings currently available. The team is working on expanding these day by day. But for example, let's take a mental health screening. We'll start in traditional mode. All questions come with multiple choice answers that are easily selectable, just like this one. But if an answer isn't available in the options, users can also type a response, just like they would when speaking with a peer educator or a case manager. The rest of the screening will continue like this. And then, once the screening is done, we see the Generate My Score page. It shows users what's coming next. Once users generate their score, they can see what they scored, helpful tips, what they should pay attention to, care options, and other screenings that they might be able to take. And after clicking care options, users can explore care providers or services nearby and take the next step towards accessing care. One helpful feature here is that users can also see their history of screenings and scores, which allow them to track their health journey over time and return to seek help whenever they feel ready. Because OSMe Buddy meets individuals where they are in their health journey, users can explore these insights completely anonymously without sharing any protected health information unless they choose to do so. So, everything we just saw happens on the end user side of the platform. This helps reduce stigma, increase awareness, and support individuals in navigating their care journey. Now we'll switch perspectives to the other side of the system, where case managers and program administrators can see insights and take action. This is VersanteConnect, the core platform that supports outreach, screening insights, care navigation, and program management. This platform is used by case managers, non-medical case managers, or DIS specialists who are supporting individuals through the care journey. For this demo, I'm logging in as a case manager. This is the Case Manager dashboard. Here we can see how activity from OSMe Buddy connects into the operational platform. For example, we can see how many screenings are happening across the platform, how many high-risk flags there are, how many users converted from anonymous to companion mode, and how long users typically engage in conversations before taking the next step. All this information gives care teams insight into engagement and conversion patterns. But as a case manager, my first priority isn't just looking at metrics, it's taking action where it's needed most. This is where our AI-flagged interventions come in. The AI analyzes multiple signals such as screenings, engagement patterns, and conversation behavior to triage cases that may need attention. The next thing we can view is the case manager's assigned caseload. This table shows individuals who may require follow-up or care navigation support. We can see risk indicators, engagement scores, and recent activity to help prioritize outreach. And clicking on a client helps us see a more detailed overview of who they are so we can better reach out to them with the support that they need. This brings us to our AI decisions. Here we can see recommendations generated by the system. These recommendations help the case manager decide whether they should reach out, follow up, or provide support. For example, we might see recommendations related to PrEP care gaps, housing instability, behavioral health signals, or other social determinants of health. The platform also shows the signals driving each recommendation so that the staff understand the reasoning behind the suggestion. This allows teams to move from reactive care to proactive intervention. When a user is ready to access care, the case manager can connect them with trusted providers in the network. Unlike open internet searches, this system refers individuals only to trusted providers that are part of the program network, which helps create a warm handoff between outreach and care. For example, if someone needs PrEP care or LGBTQ+ affirming services, the case manager can identify a provider with availability and send a referral directly through the platform. VersanteConnect also provides built-in reporting and analytics tools for administrators and grant programs. These dashboards track key metrics such as screenings, engagement levels, and care linkage. And of course, throughout it all, you'll see OSMe Buddy integrated here as well. Case managers can use this integration to quickly access insights or ask questions about program data and workflows. So together, OSMe Buddy and VersanteConnect create a continuous pathway from anonymous outreach to screening, care navigation, and confirmed linkage. This helps organizations expand access to care while also improving program oversight and reducing workforce burden. Thank you so much for tuning in, and feel free to reach out with any questions. Have an awesome day!